Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Ramadan, NPM 206310410. Today I wanna little bit explain about college composition and communication. It's like a journal for teacher in English to improve their skill in college. Uh, uh, a lot of things, and this is my bad because the journal is gone. I just have a trial 3 days, so I don't have. I just learn in a website. I can take a note or something like that. But I have like some review to explain what I've got from this journal. This a lot of journal, many types, many years, many pages. So I make a drag some my suggestion from this book journal. Okay, from this description, the project might seem like common sense, pure and simple. Who among us? Sorry. Okay, okay. Who among us hasn't felt the need to create a course that might attend to more than one of these concerns? Even if we look at those textbooks, I'm sorry, for over the past 30 years or so, we can see how these very different or something contradictive practices, at least at the uh, are representative in college theoretic and tend to be layered one over another. Popular rhetoric make a note in the direction of whatever pedagogy is current, at the same time that they hold on to the earlier practices, then rarely acknowledges the contradictions or differences embedded in those practice. And yet, a layering is not what Mick Komisky is after influenced, as many have been over the years by the work of such disparate compositionists and Peter Elbow, like Peter Elbow, Linda Flower, James Lawyer, and Jim Merlin. Mick is after a way of making sense of whole field over a period of 30 years or so. Primarily, he wants to know what this theories taken together, not separately tell the about the teaching of writing his argument. Then is for a different way of understanding how does theories and pedagogy shape one another, and what teachers might do to take advantage of the change. And teaching composition as a social practice is a compact book, primarily at complication of articles previously published in journals and collections. That some chapters tend to repeat arguments made in earlier chapters, be the result of reprinting. I'm sorry, of reprinting articles without always saving. Uh, yeah, without saving them for this longer. Well, still the repetition this allow reader to see very clearly how Mick Komisky works out his integrated theory in classroom, and allow the author to illustrate several separate concerns that have been raised by culture studies based writing course. Mikomiski used individual chapters to clarify the form and uses of social process rhetorical inquiry to set this theory of composition within the context of a post process movement. And to examine the role of subjectivity theories, social linguistics, and what he calls writing in context as steps in explaining what it means to teach composition as a social process. The strength of Mike Comiskey impulse to stop the feeding our compositions theories and get down the business of teaching writing is that the refuses throughout to set one theory against another or one on a more general level to set theory against practice, unlike most book of this type, but which is are due for a reconfiguration of compositions pedagogy. And perhaps the clearest and most informative of the students' case occur in chapter 3, the post-process movement in composition studies, in an effort to teach students to understand their and others' work experience in article discursive and institutional ways. Emphasis in original, Mikomiski provided them with what he calls complex inventation, invention. I'm sorry, invention. Invention heritage that guides them through the cycle of social process of moving through observation. And or invention notes taken on her job at Gap Kids to her analysis of the workplace situation, profound and useful example of how social process inquiry actually works in the writing class. Whether or not an assignment like this one always lead student and their teacher away from textual analysis and alone toward a better understanding of query. Mikomiski work does, however, our a useful place to begin. I think that's all what I've got from the college composition and communication. I hope my lecture can understand what I got from this part. And thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.